Hello. Today I'm going to show you how to change your text in your manuscript from left justified to block justified. Now, I know that block justification is pretty standard in the sciences, engineering, all of those sciences, medical fields. You generally have block justification going on, and it's perfectly normal. It's in the journals. It looks neat and tidy. But I want to make an argument for why you might not want to do that for this purpose. And you'll notice our template is left justified with the ragged right edge. And the biggest reason we did that is because it can make things easier for you in the long run. One of the things that's going to happen is after you get format approved, you're going to take your approved PDF and you're going to put it on ProQuest, and it'll go through some final publication checks. During those checks, if we notice that there's some minor error, a typo, a misspelling, a missed punctuation mark, something that's going on that we want to fix because we don't want to publish manuscripts with errors. If the manuscript has the ragged right edge, then we can go into the PDF and we can edit the PDF. And then we can make minor changes on these lines that have that ragged right edge because it's just going to fill in this space here. And it's not going to change any of the rest of the spacing. Now, sometimes it might, if it's all the way up at, if the line is all the way up at the margin, then there's a chance that if we try to edit it, it will mess up the spacing, but that's rare. Usually we can go through and do it easily. So in that instance, we fix the manuscript ourselves, we upload, you don't get involved in that, and we move forward to thesis release. But if it's block justified and we see something like that, then we can't edit it ourselves. So we have to send it back to you for you to change that really minor picky thing and then turn it back into a PDF and then send it back to us. And then we do those publication checks. And of course, there is room for errors to be introduced in that process. Like maybe the PDF doesn't compile correctly or something like that. So it can just add more time if you're block justifying, if there's something minor like that at the end. Having said that, it is a viable option. So let me show you how to do it. The first thing you'll notice is I have some tools turned on, all of these little arrows and dots and the page breaks. Those are all turned on with the paragraph markings. I have another video where I talk about the tools that are helpful when you're formatting. The other tool I have out here is our styles pane, and you can find that over here in this styles. Like if we click this little down arrow, we can see all the styles that are in use in the manuscript. But if we click this out arrow, it pops it back in and out. So I want it popped out so that I can see the full list. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take to this text that is all styled thesis normal, and I'm going to block justify it. There we go. So then I'm going to come over here to where it says thesis normal, and I'm going to click the down arrow, and I'm going to say update thesis normal to match selection. And you'll notice that this paragraph changed as well. Everywhere in the manuscript that the text is styled thesis normal is now block justified. So you don't have to do it to every single paragraph. If you're using the styles, it'll fix them all at once with just those few clicks. But we have more to do because if you're going to block justify the body text, you have to block justify most of the rest of the text in the manuscript. And we're going to have to do that one style at a time. So we can go through and look at them. You can come here, and if we click in here, we've got fig captions. I'm going to go ahead and make that left justified. It didn't really change anything, but we're going to go ahead here, and while my cursor is in there, we're going to update fig captions to match selection. We also have this figure descriptive text. I'm going to make sure that that is block indented. This text was based on thesis normal, so sometimes when the styles are based on another style, it will change with that other style. So keep that in mind. But this one is correct. We just checked it. We just made sure that it is Then we're going to come down and we have our table title. I'm going to make that block justified. And I'm going to fix it over here. And then our table descriptive text, I'm going to come in here, I'm going to select it, I'm going to make it block justified, and I'm going to fix it. So you can see that this is how we're going to go. We're going to go through and we're going to look for each different instance of a style, and we're going to change it. So if you have footnotes, they also need to be block justified. I've got a style over here for them. I'm just going to block justify it and fix make to match selection. And some of these, it'll never really matter. You'll never see that it's block justified. But in case it does get longer than a few lines, you have it done ahead of time, so you don't have to worry about it anymore. So we're going to continue through looking for different styles. We have all of these styles coming. This is all block. This is all thesis normal. Now you can see that it made this space between the thesis normal and our bullet list style. And this is just how thesis normal works. I have set it to add this heading space between everything that is it and not it. That's how we get our heading spaces to show up in the correct space. And that's how we make sure all the same size. So when you are messing with, when you are adding another style here, or you've messed with this style so that it is reset it, we have to come in and take this space away. It's really easy. You're just gonna put your cursor in there and you're gonna come up here to where you can make it single or double spaced, and you can say remove space after paragraph, and it just takes that away. Now, if you're on a Mac, sometimes it doesn't have that option. So the other thing that you can do is you can come in here to the paragraph settings, and you can just, this would be 28 points before I took that text away. I would just set that to 0 and hit OK. So now we don't have that big space there. But we do need to change our bullet list to be block justified. So I'm going to go ahead and change it. And then I'm going to update to match selection. So then they will all be block justified. Here's another example of me needing to take that space away because I updated this style. So in this instance, I'm going to show you how to do it through the paragraph settings. We're just going to come here, set it to 0, and hit OK. That took that space away. Now I'm going to click in here for our number list. I'm going to block justify, and I'm going to update to match selection. I think the last styles I have in here are the block quote styles. So again, I'm going to come up here. You can also find your paragraph settings if you right click, and then you can come down to paragraph. And we're going to set that to 0, hit OK. And then this is our block quote. Going to go ahead, block justify, update to match selection. And then the final style that we want to update is our references style. So again, select, block justify, update to match selection. So you can see that aside from the subheadings, we do every bit of text that has your content and make it all block justified. But again, you can leave your headings, your subheadings, your page numbers, all of that stuff, anything that needs to be centered, you can leave that. You do not need to change those into block justification. So that's how you do it. Good luck with making your paper block justified, and just make sure you don't have any typos at the end.